What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. The time has finally come that Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is among us. After a long year delay, year plus, however you want to put it, it's finally here. And for those of you that are brand new to the series or returning after well over a decade before we got a new game, I got some very basic general tips to help you out. So one of the first things that you will find out is the tutorial teaches you about movement. You hold A over a unit, and it'll tell you their movement range. Well, one thing it doesn't tell you is their attack range. So if we hold B on a unit, we can see their attack range, which is very useful if you are, trying to figure out proper positioning to avoid an attack on the enemy's next turn, or if you're trying to find blind spots or weak spots in artillery or indirect units that, that don't have normal movement and attack patterns. So very helpful. Push B, it'll tell you where stuff is and what to do, which then leads me to my second word of advice. That is proper positioning, movement on the map, like, figuring out where to put your units ideally, and the best way to kind of set them up so you can succeed. Now, the main example I want to use here is there's this AA that I could just attack with my tank, right? I could just attack him right here and then be done. But that's not the most effective move I have available. The most effective move, I would say, is to move the tank here and attack on this side. Now, why would I do that? Well, I would do that because this tank here can then move to where that first tank is and also take a shot. So let me show you here. And this is kind of going into the positioning and, thinking a little bit ahead. Just, playing it kind of like chess. And that allowed me to eliminate the unit altogether because I did that. Now, like I said, the obvious attack would be just to attack it. But by kind of looking at the board and knowing my movement of my units and stuff, I can do something a little bit better. Which, definitely thinking ahead and planning your turns in advance is a very viable, a very good thing to do. And see, we got the same thing with this Jeep here. My tank can only attack it where the infantry on the road is. But if I move the infantry on the road over here, and then we're just going to fire from the bush, even though that's a silly thing. So we took a lot of damage there, but it's okay. And then we bring him up now. Now we can get, see? And then because I weakened the Jeep with the infantry, we are good to go. So just kind of like thinking like that will greatly help you, especially in later campaign missions when things get a little more difficult. But, or, I mean, even just playing against your friends or whatever, things like that, it'll definitely help that too. So, I have a similar situation with these, with the infantry here, but I can't do anything about it. I have him here, and I want them to kill that guy, and I wanted to get the Jeep up there to help, but as you can see, the Jeep's injured, so there's no point. But if I could move him out of the way and put him here, but you can't move diagonally, I would, and then I'd bring the Jeep up. So just keeping that in mind, keep in mind the positioning and the movement, and you'll find some pretty nice success. And another thing, the tutorial kind of mentions this: use infantry as roadblocks. Infantry, the basic 1,000 cost infantry, all they cost is 1,000 and 1,000 gold, 1,000 credits, and they can do so much more than what you would think. Using them just to hold a choke point to block off something is so vital, so valuable. Nothing can move diagonally, so roadblocks and lines are amazing things to have, and they are just wonderful. Definitely make sure you utilize those and use them to their fullest effect. And don't forget to capture stuff here. Very, very important to always keep up on the capture to deny the economy of your opponent. And we do have this weakened tank here, and at the end of the day, 22 damage. We're going to retaliate, probably lose the tank. Nope, it's still there. So even a 1 hit point unit is useful because it can block, it can do things. So don't be afraid to, keep those around if you don't want to take them back into towns and heal them. But that's pretty much going to do it for some of the basics, some of the just very simple tips, nothing crazy, and just to kind of help new players understand the game more, understand combat, how to kind of get in the right mindset. And hopefully this video helped you out. If you guys got any questions or comments, let me know down below. I'd love to answer them. I try to respond to every comment that I see, and look forward to more Advance Wars videos to come in the future. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out. Have a good one.